I'm going to present you authorization attack using session hijacking. The problem is that we don't have much time, so let me point out the important points based on practices, and let me skip some theoretical issues. For those that who not remember, the internet is stateless. Most applications, web applications, requires the server to remember every user that has logged in. To overcome this problem, a session ID is stored in the client side that is passed back to the server for every request. Sessions are stored in the client's machine as variables, or are stored in the client machine in cookies via post or get methods. Malicious people can replicate such session IDs to implement user impersonation. I think this is trivial. Now, let's describe a method that we can use to replicate cookies, to replicate session IDs, and perform attacks. Suppose we have a set C and I, where N is the set of cookies. It's a set of N cookies for a legitimate registered user I. What we want to find here is to find a set K and I, where K is the subset of C and N lower than N, which contains the necessary elements or the necessary cookies or the necessary sessions that's required to authenticate a user and to impersonate a user. What I need here, what I'm going to do here is to copy the session ID from a legitimate user in order to impersonate him. Okay, I'm not going too far for this on this. Here's a video example, but I don't use this because I would like to try in real. In real situation. I hope the network is on. First of all, we say that we have a legitimate user using Opera. Okay, and it tries to log into a well-known programmer site, Greek site, .NET Zone GR. Administrators have already informed about this, but they believe it's not a bug. So, I replicate it. Okay, I'm going to connect to this site. Dicker is the name. Dicker 2010 is the password. Never. No, doesn't work. I have to press this. Now I'm here, I'm not guest anymore, I'm here as digger, as you see. Now what I'm going to do, what I'm going to try to do, and I hope it works, I'm going to copy the cookie, but the cookie, there is no one cookie. Okay, in Opera there is a cookie manager. .NET please. There are two kinds of sets of cookies, but I found that this one, I'm not going to replicate every step, but I found that this one is the key cookie, the cookie that belongs to K set. So this is the cookie. I'm trying now to copy this to another browser that I'm in as a guest on the same server. bookmarks, where it's it? .NET zone here. Okay, I'm not here. I'm here as a guest. Okay, now I'm trying to copy the cookie. First of all, I'm using the add-on on Firefox cookie editor. And I'm just add a cookie. Okay, which cookie? This one. First of all, copy the server. Where is going to be the server? The server is going to be the host. Is the host. Then, come on, the name of the cookie. Point C roles is the name. So I have to copy exactly as it is. Where is the name here? Okay. Then I have the content. I think the most important. Come on. I don't care what is it inside. I'm just copying it. And I save it. Now I'm here as a guest, but when I press refresh, I hope I will be here. I will be here as nothing. Maybe I make a mistake. Let me try to reproduce this, or maybe they correct it. Let me try to clear again. Sorry about this. Not this. It's another one. Okay, now. Try to add again, but the last time. If failed again, that I will try the video, which did 100% success, I hope. Come on. The name of the cookie. The content itself. And the host. Sorry?
You must be on the same server. Second time you log in.
Oh, it's the same server. It's the same host. Then I'm going to the here again. No. Sorry about that, but 1 hour ago I swear it works. It worked. Okay, let me. Sorry?
What
How to?
What they did?
Yes, let me show you the video. This is more safe. So first of all, as I told you, I'm going to log in to this server using another login name, but that doesn't work anymore, which is programmer. Then I'm going in. Again, I'm going to the tools, advanced cookies. Oh, did I copy the server role, eh? Sorry, Tassos. Did I copy the server role? Okay. I just copied the wrong code. But you get the idea, I don't copy, I don't replicate it again. I had to copy the community server, it's the name of the cookie. Now, I just copy the cookie, the community server cookie from Opera to Firefox. Then I save, hopefully, after this, pressing refresh button, I'm here as a programmer. Anyway, this was just a try to show you, to present you, how we can find a set of K cookies. So I found that this cookie, this session ID, can be used in any time by any browser. And this is time to define the probability of success. This behavior that we saw in the video indicates that the server is vulnerable to session attacks via cookie theft. So if I get the cookie from the administrator or for any user, I can replicate it. But the problem is at what degree? A question is it possible to guess the degree of the vulnerability without any knowledge about the content of the key cookie itself? Okay, the yes is the answer. But let's explain first what we mean when we say the vulnerability degree. We define three levels of vulnerabilities. Level A, when the session attacks can be performed at any time from any browser, like this example. Level B, when the session attack can be performed at a specific time period for any browser and from any box. Okay, forget this, skip this. And C, when session attacks can be performed at a specific time period from a specific browser and from a specific IP. From A to C, okay. Now, how to measure this? The vulnerability degree reflects the method that the web application developer creates the key cookies. It is very easy to make blind tests in order to check the degree of this vulnerability. We can find the vulnerability degree by applying the tags shown, in the steps shown in video. Okay, so if we keep this cookie, this session, and we test it tomorrow, if success, then the time is irrelevant, or most probably. Or we take this session and we check it in a different box. So it's very easy to find at what vulnerability degree we are talking about, A, B, or C. Another type of attack is session prediction. Suppose we have a specific session ID. Then we like to penetrate, to test the system for session prediction. We are going to register to a specific, for example, CMS, more than one time, and we kept the session IDs. For example, here we have 5 session IDs. We write here this. Then we try to follow the main principle of breaking code, of breaking systems, which is find specific patterns. Here we can find together, but we don't have time. It was challenging, but there are specific patterns behind this. We can find. You can see easily. Okay, I can tell you now. First of all, we examine carefully the above cookies. We can find some important patterns. The cookie is made of hexadecimal numbers only. This is one node, the important node. The other important node is some numbers are the same for each different cookie. For example, as you see, the number 2E, maybe it's something like something to distinct one part of code, something to define specific fields. So, for example, get this one. I think this is better. Let's examine this one. According to the above conclusion, we can say that the cookie consists of 3 parts. Okay. The next step is to try to define the actual meaning of each part, which would say that in many cases this is a matter of experience. Okay, I'm trying to be more quick. Part 1, it's probably the ID, the user ID. This one, it's probably the user ID. Part 2, it's 32 bytes hexadecimal, probably it's MD5 of some code or some password. We know the password and the code because I already logged in the system. So I test this. For example, if I use name Kappa user to log into the system, I check the MD5 of Kappa user, and I found, for example, this is the MD5. So this is the MD5 of the username. In part 3, actually it's the trickiest one. It's sort of like a bitmap. Actually, it's a hexadecimal notation, but the equivalent is a series of 0 and 1. And probably this is an access level of the user. For example, if I combine this information with the first one, with the first here, I see that actually I have 1 for ID, for low IDs, which means low IDs probably are admins or moderators of a specific site. So I can go with high probability of success that this one belongs to administrator, this one belongs to the user, etc., etc. Sorry, I can go in more details about this because of the time.